Hope I'm streaming. That thing has been acting up. I am at the Orlando event here. No Kings Rally. So we'll see what happens.
Use this guide to learn about local organizations. Stop by every booth you see and gain knowledge on how you can help. There's no better time than today to join those doing the work and making a difference. Use this opportunity to learn how you can push for the change you desire. Keep showing up, keep lifting one another, keep making your voices heard. Because now more than ever we need each other. Now more than ever we must remember that we rise together or not at all. Because there is no perfect union until we are all seen as equal. Thank you.
That means strong agreement and
I figured it was 1 year old.
And I really mean it. We mean it. You guys need to make this count. Join whatever community. I don't care if it's our community. I don't care if it's one of the organizations that are going to speak to you. I do not care. You guys have to join community and really make this count. Because that's what these are for. These are for us to get together and build community. This right here is the poster I was talking about. There's jobs for so many different people. You might not feel like you're an organizer or like you can do much, but we have the mutual aid guild. We have the guild of Windsy. Who here loves Windsy? Who loves art? That's our guild that encourages you guys to wear your inflatables. Joyful resistance. We have the AV guild, the people who set all this up. We have a job for every kind of person, including if you can't come out much and it's inaccessible to you. You can work our social media from home. You can build our graphics.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Edwin Anguero. I'm a teacher, I'm a union activist, and I'm a proud member of Orlando Against Police Crime. We are a grassroots community organization fighting for police accountability and community control of the police. And I'm glad to be here united with you all, standing against the racist, backwards, anti-people Trump agenda. For those of you who don't know, Orlando Against Police Crime has been organizing around 2 specific cases of police brutality that have taken place here locally at the hands of the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Luis Lopez was murdered by deputies Alex Duran and Paul Ortiz back in February while defending himself as the victim of a home invasion. Everyone say shame. Shame! Tyrone Bartley was murdered by Deputy Reese Whitlock during a bogus SWAT raid at a residence in a multi-family home. Everyone say shame. Shame! They had no warrant for him, and the raid was for a crime he had nothing to do with. Everyone say shame. Shame! Right now, we are seeing a tidal wave of community members being killed and brutalized by the police. Not to mention all the other kinds of police misconduct and abuses that are taking place here in Central Florida. And despite the 10 shootings by the police against the people, making 2025 the deadliest year for the Sheriff's Office, for which data is publicly available, that would be 2014, there has been no accountability for any of these killer cops. Everyone say shame. Under the reactionary Trump regime, the armed agents of the state are becoming more emboldened to act without fear of any repercussion. We can see it with the kidnappings and assaults on our immigrant brothers and sisters. We can see it in the unlawful and unjust military occupations of our cities like Chicago and DC. And that is why now, more than ever, we need to fight for community control of the police. Us, the people, the families, and the victims of police crimes shouldn't have to wait for any phony investigations or wondering if the state attorney is going to press charges and hold the officers accountable for what they did. We should have control to fire and hire police officers, to write and change policy, and to generally decide how we, the community, are policed. And so I want to lead you guys through a little chant. I'm going to say when killer cops are on patrol, and you guys will say community control. So let's give it a shot. When killer cops are on patrol, what do we want? Community control. When killer cops are on patrol, what do we want? Community control. When killer cops are on patrol, what do we want? Community control. The only way we're going to end all these vicious attacks against the people is by coming together and getting organized. If you want to get involved in the movement against police crimes and for community control of the police, then Orlando Against Police Crimes is the place for you. We hold monthly general body meetings and host regular community outreach, flyering, and engagement. And this coming Tuesday, October 21st, we are having a protest at the FDLE downtown headquarters at 6 p.m. to continue to call for justice for Luis Lopez and Tyrone Barton. If you're interested in hearing more information about that, please come and see me or anyone with an OOPC shirt. We have plenty of information and flyers to give you. We also have social media and website. But now is not the time to hide. It's not the time to be afraid. I know we're living under scary times. We need to do exactly what we've been doing. We need to continue to unite the many to defeat the few. The people are going to win. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes, thank you. And we, the people, are going to win. What are we going to do? Win. What are we going to do? Win. That's right. Now, I highly do still want to reiterate, please, if you are interested in joining Orlando Against Police Crime, please approach them, or you can approach me. We are all in community together. We are like a big mass city coalition. Actually, let me take a minute to tell you guys how amazing Orlando is compared to other cities. we all work with all of the organizations, our grassroots city, the deepest grassroots, we all work together to do all of this together. So even if you cannot find Edmund later, you can still come to me. I will be here on stage doing recruitment, and we will get you funneled into Orlando Against Police Crimes or any of the other boards. As you please. Woo! Woo! All right, next we have Grisha coming from FRSO, which they will tell you what that stands for because I always forget the acronyms. You don't have to remember the acronyms to be an activist.
amazing energy going right now. So I want everyone to give themselves another round of applause for coming out today. See all the people right now coming out to defend their communities, to defend each other from the Trump regime. For anyone who's wondering, FRSO stands for Freedom Road Socialist Organization. We're a national organization fighting to protect this country from the Trump regime, to protect this to unite this country against the 1%, against the billionaire oligarch class who is seeking to fight against the people of this country. I got a few questions for everyone. Make some noise if every day you're still worried about whether you can afford groceries this week. Make some noise if you're still worried if your health insurance is going to cover what you need this year. Make some noise if you're worried that the Trump administration, the Trump regime, is going to send ICE or the National Guard into your neighborhoods. And last one, make some noise if you're absolutely sick and tired of the Trump regime. I'm sick of them too. The Trump regime, day in and day out, continues to funnel tax dollars away from the working people of this country. You know what they fund instead? The genocide in Gaza and ongoing occupation of Palestine. The continued sanctions and bombing of civilians in Venezuela. The ongoing Cold War and trade war with China. And of course, Trump's multi-billion and trillion-dollar friends in corporate America. The Trump regime sees the writing on the wall. They know the old way won't work anymore. They see that the working people of this country won't sit quietly anymore. They see that the American empire is crumbling, and that as we continue to organize, we will all see it crumble within our lifetime. We are heading toward a recession, and that's exactly what the Trump regime wants. He has corporate America in his ear, and when we see hardship and struggle, they see opportunity and a quick buck. Shame! The executives of these massive monopolies continue to buy up all the houses, all the businesses, every plot of land, so that they can make a quick buck off of our struggle. Can I get shame? And they know that none of us are going to go down quietly. They know we're not going to just let it happen. They go to Washington specifically because of us, because of people showing out on days like today. They have ICE and the National Guard sent out. That's why they had ICE and the National Guard sent out to Chicago, because people were defending their communities against the Trump regime. They were defending their communities. They were defending their democratic rights. They were defending their freedom. We see the working people of this country standing up like never before. From the Chicago people of LA to the black and brown communities in Chicago, they will not sit quietly, and neither should we. And that scares those at the top. It scares the 1%. And they should be scared. Look at everyone here today, right now. I want to make them scared. I want to make them a little more scared. Make some noise. And you're ready to stand up. And as we continue to organize, if we continue to show up in our thousands, in our millions, we will win. I want to end this off with from the late and great Asana Shakur. I want each and every one of you to put your left fist in the air and repeat after me. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love each other. And support each other. We have nothing to lose. But our chains. Can I get another round of applause? If you want to see not only this country, but this world get better, then get organized. There are a ton of incredible organizations here today. Talk to them. Talk to us. I'm sure you can hear a lot from everyone here, from all the different organizations here. If you want to get involved in FRSO, open your browsers right now and type in frso.org/join. If you want to get involved with us here in Orlando, follow us on Instagram at FRSO_Orlando. Freedom Road Socialist Organization, if anyone forgot from the beginning. Now when I say people, you say power. People. Power. People. Power. People. Power. People. Power. People. Power. That's right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out today. Long live the resistance. Long live the people. And let's continue to make the U.S. ungovernable.
We got another one saying, we will win. And if you have ever studied history and all the revolutions that have ever won, it is possible, especially with non-violent revolution. We even have examples here on this poster board of non-violent revolution that have beat dictators and got them out of office. We need a diversity of tactics to get them out of office. Yes, voting in the midterms and all that is great, but voting alone is not going to do it, because unfortunately the oligarchy includes the Democrats. I know it's a hard pill to swallow. I used to vote Democrat too. I've been there. But they are responsible for this almost as much as the Republicans, because they refuse to give us real options and pull the rope back as hard as they can from those Republicans. Under their administration, trans rights took a hit. The occupation in Palestine and the support of the Israeli government having under the Democrats. That's right. Many people here are going to cry after this. Send their love. I gotta say, I love crying, but I gotta say though, I don't agree with having the cops march in the parade or anything like that. But you know what? No permanent friends, no permanent enemies is what Ramon says. So we have to work together even when we disagree to accomplish the things we want to accomplish for the LGBTQ community. So please remember that even if you are against some of the stuff that Pride is doing now, please remember they're still fighting for our rights, and we need to fight with them. All right, next we've got Caleb from PSL, which does not stand for Pumpkin Spice Latte. People tell you what it stands for because, again, I'm bad at acronyms no matter how many times I hear them. Give it up for Caleb from Pumpkin Spice Latte.
Thank you, Obsidian. Good morning, Orlando. My name is Caleb Pierre, a local Orlando resident and a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, not Pumpkin Spice Lattes. Even though I do enjoy those. Before I get started, I just want us to take a moment. I want everyone who can hear me to take in the massive amount of people here today. Take a look around and check it out. In this crowd, we have different
billionaires and the ruling class. We all recognize the dangers of Trump and his cronies who have given historic tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires with his so-called big beautiful bill. Shame. Paid for by cutting Medicaid, food stamps, and programs that created jobs and green energy. He has canceled the union contracts of hundreds of thousands of federal workers and threatened even more mass layoffs. And now Trump has shut the government down rather than take basic steps to make healthcare less expensive. Shame! The ruling class using the military to invade American cities and deploying large numbers of federal cops to carry out this brutal campaign of mass deportations has nothing to do with public safety. It is an extreme racist agenda the Trump administration is pushing. We reject all attempts to criminalize immigrants and black communities. The only way Trump can push through this wildly unpopular program is by waging war on democracy itself. His declaration of war on so-called left-wing extremists is really about criminalizing any dissent that challenges the Trump administration. We refuse to be intimidated by Trump's war on free speech. Protests like today show that there are millions of people across the country who will never stop speaking out against the illegal and unjust policies he is trying to impose. To be a peacemaker who deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. But the reality is the opposite. He was a full partner in the genocide against the people of Gaza. He has appointed himself judge, jury, and executioner with the right to kill anyone he wants off the coast of Venezuela. And now he's threatening a wider war. And he keeps feeding more and more and more of our working class dollars to a war machine while working families struggle to make ends meet. So, what can be done, you may ask? What can we do outside of protesting? That has been the question of today. That has been the question of the last few months. And don't worry, I have an answer. I want to share some good news that we desperately need to hear. On Tuesday, October 14th, there was a vote held by the Board of County Commissioners. The vote was over two proposed maps for redistricting Orange County. 1A, the map put forth by the developers in the big money out of Winter Park aimed to politically silence the black and brown working class in Pine Hills and Orlo Vista. Shame. So, what was the response? In response, the community organized. Local organizations like Las Minas, Black Men Build, Central Florida Jobs with Justice, and more rallied around this issue and created a map by the community and for the community. Not only that, they spread the word and informed neighbors, families, and organizations, educating everyone that they could on what was happening. This map, called 7D, ensured that the black and brown working class in our marginalized neighborhoods had fair and equitable representation. In an excellent display of people power, 7B was passed on Tuesday in a 5-2 vote due to the community rallying around this issue. And let's be clear, it was not the vote itself that's protected the marginalized communities of Orlando. No, it was the community rallying around the issue, educating their neighbors, and advocating for the black and brown working class in Orlando. Can we get a round of applause? The people took action, organized, and won. When we organize and unite, we win. How about the ceasefire? Trump wants to crown himself the king of peace peace, but he couldn't be further from the truth. This ceasefire was won by the resilience of the Palestinian people, and the global movement for Palestine was forced a historic turn, turning point in public opinion in support of the Palestinian cause. In the coming months and years, there will be an ever stronger movement insisting that the United States in all support for the apartheid state of Israel. We see everywhere, from local issues and redistricting to global calls to an end to genocide, the people united have the power to change the course of history. Proud politicians and the millionaires and billionaires who back them think they run this country. But the reality is that the people do. We're the ones who go to work every day to make the society function, and we can choose to shut it down to protect our most basic rights. There have been moments like this before in U.S. history, where the people have said enough is enough. We've seen this during the Great Depression, previous attempts to criminalize immigrants, and to win the 8-hour workday. The entire population of cities, or even the country, has shut down business as usual and gone on strike. We can do the same today. In fact, we must. It will take organization, determination, and courage to make a general strike happen. But if we start building now, we can make it a reality. I've been talking for far too long, so I'll end with this. If you'd like to learn more about socialism and the PSL, the Party for Socialism and Liberation, and how you can get involved, come see me or one of my comrades if you'd like to learn more. We have an upcoming town hall on climate impact next Saturday at the downtown public library at 1 p.m. on the 3rd floor in the Albertson room. If you'd like to learn more details about the general strike or how you can get involved in our PSL Action Network, please come find me or one of my comrades. So I'll end with this, and we're all familiar with this chant, so let's say it loud and let's say it proud. The people united will never be defeated. 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 Get organized, commit to an action, attend a political education event, do more than protest. If we want to end oppression and exploitation, we must unite to build a better world, because a better world is possible. Thank you.
Democratic Socialists of America, specifically our Orlando chapter here, ODSA. The DSA is the largest socialist organization in the United States. We have over 80,000 members and chapters in 50 states. We believe that that the working people should run this economy, not the billionaires. Run it socially, democratically, and for the many, not the few. Orlando DSA, we are out here, and we are standing in solidarity with you all to say no to all kings. I can't believe we have the pleasure to stay here. This is simply remarkable. The size of this protest and the strength and the diversity of it. I look around the crowd, I see people of just all different backgrounds, all international origins, and we are here to unite and fight and say no more to attacks on us and our communities. Right now, at this very moment, our communities are relentlessly under attack. The 1% has been waging relentless economic warfare. We are struggling to pay our rent. We are struggling to get health care. At the same time as the government shutdown, mass goons, ICE goons are taking our neighbors, our families, they're locking them up, and they are being paid during this government shutdown. Not our government workers, not our civil servants. It is shameful. And at the same exact time, Trump and his cronies dare to plot a war in Venezuela. Another forever imperial war that is not based on any human rights. Trump and his ghouls have the audacity to claim this has anything to do with peace, anything to do with democracy. It doesn't. They want the oil. He has confessed this. His far-right puppet, who got the Nobel Peace Prize and has the goal to dedicate a Nobel Peace Prize to Donald Trump? It's shameful. Absolutely shameful. And we will be here to say hands off Venezuela. No more imperial wars. When I say hands off, I want you to say Venezuela. Hands off. Hands off. Hands off. Thank you. These billionaires have been able to get away with this for so long because they have something we unfortunately don't until now. Class consciousness. They are puppets of Donald Trump. They do not hide that. And they achieve their goals of coercion, corruption, and violence. The ends are the means here. Now that his cronies run the show and the 1% are doing nothing to stop him, we have to change this. There is no way out other than getting organized as the working class to push history forward and to be the engine of change. And let's be crystal clear here. We're just not no kings to Donald Trump, but to his collaborators in Orange County, many of whom are Democrats. Our local jail is being used as a hub for ICE deportations because Jerry Evans and Ron DeSantis signed the 287G agreement that urged them to authorize and collaborate with ICE. These Democrats are collaborating with the fascists. They are not our friends, and they do not have our back. Now, as they get more ambitious, they want to run for mayor, run for higher office. Why are we going to support them? They don't have our back. We're sure not going to have theirs. A great revolutionary once said that history sometimes just needs a little push. Trump and his cronies aren't afraid of these collaborationist Democrats. They're not afraid of the owning class. They're not afraid of the 1% because they're working with them. They are their base. We are the engine of change. We are the only one that can make this happen. Us, by resisting and uniting together. Us, the organized working class. They are the 1%, and they sure know that. They know their ideas are not popular. They know their genocide in Israel is not popular. They know their invasion of Venezuela is not popular. Even the Republicans know the world is not getting better. Prices are going up. The contradictions continue to ever heighten. And here we are to stand up to them, to say no and unite. Why else do you think they cracked so hard down on the campus protest for Palestine? Why else do you think he sent his ICE goons out to kidnap our friends and neighbors? He is not doing this because he's a strong regime. They're not doing this to be strong. They're doing this because they're scared. They are weak and scared because they know they're not popular. When we organize, we win. Organizing is the only way out of this. Workers need a hammer, and we have to make that hammer. Are you going to do this the way before or not? Are you going to wake up tomorrow and just go back to things as normal? No. You should join a local organization. There are several here that are awesome. Especially shout out to my comrades here across the socialist movement. We are going to unite the working class and win. But something that I really want to urge here is, if you're interested in DSA, go to joindsausa.com. We're open to anyone and everyone, regardless of your views. Come out to our general body meeting later this month and get organized. So I've been speaking for a bit, and I want to leave you all with a quote, because there's been a lot of despair this year. I don't think we should have that. We need revolutionary optimism. Despair is typical of those who do not understand the causes of evil. They see no way out and are incapable of struggle. We thankfully do have one way out. To quote our national co-chair, Megan Romer, there is no one coming to save us. We are the cavalry. When we organize, we keep ourselves, our neighbors, the people we don't know, safe, housed, and cared for. We, the working class, have the power to be the agents of change and the protagonists in our own story. Now is the time to exercise that power. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not in the midterms, but now. I want everyone to look to your left. Look at your left. Just turn and take a look. Now I want everyone to turn and take a look to your right. These are who are going to forge this hammer with. These are your friends. These are your comrades. We are all here today, and this is who we are fighting with. When we stand together, we win in solidarity today as a community and as a class. Thank you all. God bless each and every one of you. When we fight, we win. That is not possible. Thank you.
Man, ODSA and PSL didn't even mention some of their coolest stuff that they do. Like, PSL has an awesome book club at the Drunken Monkey, which is a cafe. You don't get drunk in it, but there's book clubs, and there's like hiking that they do, and community events where we keep each other safe. Like some of us here have done Stop the Bleed trainings. And that means if anyone gets shot or stabbed, we can stop the bleed and save the minutes of life as emergency services get here. We also have people trained in mass casualty training, which forbid that ever happen here in our city ever again. But we are trained for it, and we have people who train people in community defense. So we all need to be responsible for them. How many people have been convinced after listening to our speakers that they're going to join an organization, that they're going to get involved in the community? Raise your hands, make some noise. Alright, you better not be BSing me because I remember some of your faces. I'll ask you why I didn't see you at the potluck. Alright, and now I'm going to introduce Cassandra from Las Amias and all the great work she is doing with the homeless, and she will tell you all of it.
Hello everybody, my name is Cassandra Santiago, and I am the co-executive director of development for Las Amias. I am a queer, non-binary Mexican Puerto Rican fan. I wanted to face discrimination in resource allocation or distribution within the systems that do focus on housed populations. Let us unite in our efforts to demand more than just temporary fixes. It will take all of us to say that this isn't enough anymore. There has been a 155% increase in unsheltered homelessness since 2002 per the PIT count in 2025 by homeless